Number 14. Egypt. According to the Egyptian Ministry of Health, the national average PM2.5 index has reached 42.4, causing serious health problems for the population. Annually, up to 2 million Egyptians seek medical care for respiratory diseases related to air pollution. Studies also show that air pollution has shortened the average lifespan of Egyptians by up to 2 years. In 2019, an estimated 90,559 Egyptians died prematurely due to air pollution. Not only does this cause severe health consequences, but air pollution also imposes a significant economic burden on the country. According to the World Bank, the Greater Cairo area alone spent up to 47 billion Egyptian pounds, about 1.5 billion USD, on air pollution-related healthcare in 2016 to 2017. Nationwide, this figure is even higher, estimated to exceed 100 billion Egyptian pounds by 2018. Egypt is striving to address air pollution through various measures such as controlling industrial emissions and transitioning to clean fuel vehicles. However, these efforts are still insufficient to fully resolve the issue. According to a 2013 World Bank report, Egypt's air pollution control policies are fragmented and lack systematic integration. A prime example is green space management. Although greenery plays a crucial role in improving air quality and mitigating climate change impacts, Egypt is alarmingly cutting down trees. Ironically, the government is one of the entities contributing to this situation through infrastructure development projects. Road expansions and canal constructions have led to massive deforestation, contrary to the climate adaptation goals these projects aim for. Moreover, climate change is exacerbating air pollution in Egypt. Forecasts suggest that the average annual temperature in Egypt will rise by 2 to 3 degrees Celsius in the coming years, leading to increased frequency and intensity of extreme weather events such as heat waves and droughts. These changes will interact complexly with air pollution, causing more negative impacts on health and living conditions. What do you think about Qatar? While Qatar is one of the wealthiest countries in the world per capita, it is also one of the most polluted when considering per capita pollution. The PM2.5 pollution index here is 37.6. Qatar is currently facing serious challenges regarding clean water security for both residential and industrial use. With a population of over 2 million and growing rapidly, Qatar is also in a state of severe pollution caused by the increasing number of construction projects and a busy aviation system. For example, Qatar faced criticism for the large number of flights during the 2022 World Cup. Qatar Airways operated shuttle flights to and from the capital Doha on match days, including at least 60 flights daily to and from Dubai. According to a recent FIFA report, air travel accounted for nearly 52% of the total emissions from this global football event. In recent years, Qatar has made climate commitments. At the 2015 Paris climate talks, Qatar set a goal to reduce emissions by 25% by 2030. Although carbon capture and storage technologies at gas production facilities have been widely discussed, they have not yet been implemented on a large scale. Qatar recently connected a solar power plant to the grid that can supply up to 10% of the country's clean energy needs at full capacity. Additionally, Doha has new metro systems as well as green spaces and parks. Number 12. Iraq. According to 2022 data, Iraq is the second most polluted country in the world, after Chad. Specifically, the PM2.5 index in Iraq reached a record high of 80.1, 16 times the allowable standard. Although in 2023 this index decreased to 43.8, it is still very high, more than 8 times the standard. The main cause of severe air pollution in Iraq is oil extraction activities. The oil industry contributes up to 95% of the country's foreign exchange earnings, but also has severe environmental and health consequences. During oil extraction, excess methane is often burned off, releasing large amounts of harmful gases such as benzene and methane. These pollutants not only affect the areas around oil fields but also spread to other regions through the wind, causing air pollution across the Middle East. In addition to oil extraction, wars and prolonged conflicts have exacerbated environmental pollution in Iraq. From 2014 to 2017, wars left behind large amounts of military waste and hazardous chemicals that have not been processed, causing pollution of soil, water, and air. Prolonged exposure to these pollutants can lead to serious health issues, including cancer, cardiovascular diseases, and respiratory illnesses. To address severe air pollution, the Iraqi government has launched a program to plant 5 million trees nationwide in 2023. This is a commendable effort to improve air quality, combat desertification, and protect water resources. However, tree planting is only a short-term solution. The air pollution problem in Iraq is deeply rooted in oil extraction, which is the country's main source of income. Although the oil industry is highly profitable, it also causes many negative environmental impacts, particularly air. 15. China. After 10 years of environmental improvement, China's air pollution worsened in 2023 with increased levels of PM2.5 in many areas, with an average index of 32.5. As the world's second-largest economy, China's rapid development comes with severe environmental consequences. The PM2.5 concentration here is 6.5 times the UN recommended level, placing China 19th in the list of the most polluted regions globally. The poor air quality in Chinese cities is a prime example of rapid development without adequate emission controls. Economic growth has led to increased chemical waste, which pours into rivers. Children in Chinese cities are living in toxic air equivalent to smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day. If this trend continues, it will result in significant environmental damage. Chinese cities, including Beijing, are famous for their dense smog and smoke, especially in winter. China is currently the world's largest emitter of greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gases, like CO2, contribute to climate change. The recent increase in approved coal-fired power plants raises concerns that China might fall behind in its goal to peak emissions between 2026 and 2030 and achieve carbon neutrality by 2060. Consequently, in recent years, China has surpassed the US in CO2 emissions into the atmosphere. What do you think about the pollution levels here, or have you experienced it? Share PM2.5 level of 37.1. Additionally, the country is experiencing rapid deforestation. Deforestation in Indonesia has reached 40% in less than 50 years. This Asian country has emissions comparable to European countries, and the capital, Jakarta, is one of the most polluted cities. According to the recent pollution and health report by GIHP, Indonesia records 232,974 deaths annually due to air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution, and other forms of pollution. Specifically, there are 123,753 deaths each year in the archipelago nation due to air pollution, 60,040 due to water pollution, 16,331 due to occupational pollution, and 32,850 due to lead pollution from exposure to lead gasoline emissions. Experts believe that air pollution has been a long-standing issue in the Indonesian capital. The causes include smoke from factories, coal-fired power plants, and traffic congestion. Clear blue skies are a rare sight, and the air in the capital is often filled with the smell of gasoline or harmful smoke. To address the air pollution issue, the Indonesian government has urged people to use public transportation. The government is also pushing towards a goal of having 530,000 electric vehicles in circulation in Indonesia by 2030. Previously, the Indonesian government committed to halting the construction of new coal-fired power plants from 2023 and achieving net zero carbon emissions by 2050. According to Greenpeace, there are currently 10 coal-fired power plants operating within a 100-kilometer radius around Jakarta. What do you think about the pollution level here? Please share your opinion. Number 8. Democratic Republic of the Congo. The Democratic Republic of Congo, a resource-rich country in Central Africa, has a PM2.5 level of 40.8, exceeding the air quality standard by 8 times. The main cause of this is the use of biomass fuel for cooking in daily life. More than 90% of households in Congo still use firewood and charcoal, emitting a large number of toxic gases and fine particles that pollute the air. According to a 2016 WHO report, up to 61,000 people have died prematurely due to indoor air pollution. In addition to air pollution, the quality of water in Congo is also alarming. Agricultural activities, mining, and industrial waste have severely polluted surface and groundwater sources. Poor water quality not only affects human health but also has serious consequences such as biodiversity loss and hindering socio-economic development. The Democratic Republic of the Congo faces not only air and water pollution issues but also severe consequences from deforestation and soil erosion. Unsustainable land use has increased sedimentation in rivers and lakes, worsening water pollution. This facilitates mosquito breeding, leading to infectious diseases such as malaria. Experts forecast that malaria cases in Congo could triple by mid-century. To address these urgent environmental issues, the Congo government enacted the Environmental Protection Law in 2011. However, due to the aftermath of prolonged wars, Congo's institutions are still weak and law enforcement faces many challenges. According to the UN Environment Programme, Congo needs approximately $200 million to address environmental issues and achieve India. Despite increasing awareness of environmental protection, India's pollution situation remains alarming. Recent research reports show that air quality in India has deteriorated severely. Hundreds of millions of people are breathing air pollution levels many times above safety standards. In fact, some Indian cities are among the most polluted in the world. In 2023, India's PM2.5 level was as high as 54.4, nearly 11 times above the safety standard. Air pollution not only causes health problems but also affects the lifespan of millions of people. According to data, air pollution in this country leads to the premature death of 2 million Indians each year. One of the main causes of air pollution in India is the use of biomass fuels like wood and agricultural waste for cooking and heating. India is the world's largest consumer of firewood, and emissions from this activity have significantly contributed to air pollution. Firewood used annually for household energy in India is equivalent to 148.7 million tons of biomass, 10 times more than the US. The per capita consumption reaches up to 206 kilograms of coal. Additionally, stoves used in India are less efficient, resulting in more smoke and air pollutants per kilogram of fuel burned. The country aims to increase its coal-fired power production by 50% from 2018 to 2030, which could lead to an estimated 844,000 premature deaths if these plants are built. Severe traffic congestion in Indian cities is also a major cause of air pollution. Scientific studies have shown that when vehicles operate at low speeds, engines burn fuel inefficiently, leading to higher emissions. Specifically, when the average speed is between 20 to 40 kilometers per hour, vehicle emissions are twice as high compared to when traveling at speeds of 55 to 70 kilometers per hour. However, due to dense traffic, the average speed on many roads in India often does not reach 20 kilometers per hour. This means that vehicle emissions in India are 4 to 8 times higher compared to conditions with smooth traffic. What do you think about the pollution situation in India? Share your opinions. West Africa might sound unfamiliar, but its level of pollution is so severe that almost any visitor can clearly perceive it. In 2023, the PM2.5 concentration in Ouagadougou, the capital of the country, reached 46.6, exceeding the allowable standard by 9 times, making Burkina Faso the most polluted country in the world. The main cause of severe air pollution in Ouagadougou is rapid urbanization. In just 10 years, the city's population increased from 1.9 million to 3.4 million, an 81% growth rate. This rapid urbanization has put immense pressure on infrastructure and the environment. More than 80% of households in Ouagadougou still use biomass such as wood and charcoal for cooking, leading to significant emissions of harmful gases. Additionally, the city's main mode of transportation consists of old vehicles with an average age of 14 years, contributing further to the air pollution. One of the primary reasons for the severe air pollution in Ouagadougou is the high rate of old vehicles, which stands at 75%. These old vehicles emit a large number of harmful pollutants every day, becoming a significant source of air pollution. Furthermore, the rapid urban development and lack of planning have led to spontaneous growth of suburban areas with poor housing and unpaved roads. Dust from dirt roads gets into the air, especially during the dry season when the Hamadan winds blow strongly from the Sahara Desert, worsening the pollution. The severe air pollution in Ouagadougou has numerous adverse health effects. Statistics show that lower respiratory infections are the leading cause of death in Burkina Faso, accounting for up to 20% of total deaths. The poor are the most affected by air pollution, as they often live in high-pollution areas such as near industrial zones or busy traffic routes. What are your thoughts on the situation in this country? Please share your thoughts below.